Hello everyone, welcome back to the course. And in this video, we are going to talk about what is AddEventListener in JavaScript and how we can use this as AddEventListener. So to use the AddEventListener, there are two main types that we are going to use. This is our target. This can be our HTML file. This can be our paragraph. This can be our division. It can be our body itself. So and then add event listener is a method which accepts mainly either two or three parameters. One is the type of your method. It can be click or it can be select, it can be change, it can be double click. Basically the event, whatever is a valid event that you can provide as a type. And listener is the one, is it is going to be your JavaScript method which will be executed whenever this event is particular called. And then we have got the second signature. The second signature of adding the event target and add event listener. Here the type and listeners are same. Then it is taking one more parameter which is saying that options. So this options is a JavaScript object which can contains any of these four parameters, which is once. It is a boolean value. If you say that true, that means your event is only going to execute maximum once, and after that it will not execute it. Capture is going to be again true or false values. Then again we have got passive and signal, and this is the simple example of add event listener that we have got. So we have basically say that h1 tag, then we have got a button, and then inside the script we are using window.onload. That means whenever the page will get loaded, we are calling a function, and what this function is doing is it is saying that document.querySelector. Then this is the id of our button, which is say that the button. Then we are using add event listener, which say that click, and then it is calling a function which is saying that it is having one parameter which is event, and under that we are just having an alert statement which is saying that hello. So this is a simple add event listener that you have. There will be various use cases where you don't want it to provide the event listener on the UI side, but you wanted to have the event listener, or you wanted to add the conditional event listener based on some conditions. Even we will be seeing that into our Lightning Web Component course, where we have also talked about some event listener, how we can add that into our Lightning Web Component itself. So let's quickly see how we can do this into our, again we will be using W3 console, because this is again related to some UI part where we have to write some HTML code as well. So if you see here, this is the code which is same that I have over here. I'll just remove that part so that we can see the complete code. So you can see here we've got the button. We are just adding the simple thing. If you go ahead and click on run and click me, you can see the hello word. So this is very simple that we have seen, right? Now if you have some sort of functions over here, so you can also have functions. So they say that we will name the function as say hello, okay? And if you want to pass one parameter which is of type type event, you can have that as well. And then you can have this function reference over here instead of having that particular function over there. So this is going to be very clear and easy to read. This is a function that we are calling, and here we can have say that hello, and whatever we are trying to alert here, so we say that hello again. And if you wanted to alert your event, so you can also alert your event as well. Suppose that you wanted to alert event.currentTarget.id, so we say that event.currentTarget.id, and then we will see that the button is going to be your outcome for this second alert. Just go ahead and click on run. Click me, you can see hello again. That means this method is working fine. If you click here, the button is the id of our event. So basically here we are not passing any parameter, but by default event is binded to our function reference whichever we are calling over here inside JavaScript. Now we have talked about one more parameter, right, which is taking basically one options. So in some use cases you might wanted to have this button which is only clicked once. Okay, how you can do this? There are basically two things that you have. You can say that remove event listener. So you wanted to remove the event listener over here. So say that we have got this element. We will say that, sorry, whenever this is executed, we will say that remove event listener. okay, and we will say that event listener is of type click. What we are doing is, once this button is like this function is performed, we are removing the event listener so that our button is not clicked again. If you go ahead and click on run, for the first time we got hello again, but from the from second time itself we also got that. So this remove event listener could be the different signature for us. We'll see that as well. So we'll see this in later on. First, let's quickly talk about that the other concept, which is once. Okay. So for now, I'll just comment out this. So what we have to do is basically we need to make sure that our button is only clicked once. Okay. So for that, we have this options. We made that option as we discussed. This is going to be a JavaScript object. We will shoot options and we'll say once is true. Okay. And then in the add event listener, we'll pass as the third parameter. And we'll just go ahead and click on run. We've got hello again, then we've got the button, and then again if you try to click, nothing is happening because we have seen that this particular event listener is only going to run once. There could be some use cases where you wanted to do this kind of things. I haven't found anything so far in Lightning Web Component basically, and in other we say that other development there might be some use cases related to this. Now let's talk about document.remove event listener. There is the other way that we can have. So we will just go ahead and remove this particular part. We'll not use this hello. Sorry, we'll not use the options, and we will use the other part which is saying that remove event listener. So remove event listener also takes the two parameters, which is basically the type of our event and whatever the function which is associated with it. So what we did here is whenever this particular event is executed, that means this function is getting executed. We have just said that document.query selector, whatever the query selector we have got. Then we say that event listener, the type of our event and the function. If we go ahead and click on run, we say here we have got hello again. We got the button. And then now if you again try to click here, you see here we are not able to get that function executed. So that is the other way where you can just go ahead and execute your method only once. So this concept is again important whenever you are trying to use your JavaScript methods, not JavaScript method, your JavaScript exam. So this is it for this video, and in the next video we will talk about how to use custom events, because we are going to mainly use the custom events into our Lightning Web Component. Thank you.